guys, and welcome back to the 18 Yards. In this episode, we're just basically going to predict the Euros and sort of do a Euro special where we'll be predicting each group individually, followed by our predictions of the round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and obviously subsequently the finals. And I think in this episode, we'll also sort of do the top goal scorers.
Yeah, so I think we'll do the entire predictions of which team is going to finish where. We're going to predict the top scorer, best player. I think we can do best young player as well.
Yeah.
These predictions are obviously naturally way too early. Tournament hasn't even started. You guys can bring this up in a month's time and tell us how wrong we were, and in my case, how right I was. Uh,
So we're essentially taking this video out so we can regret it in 1 month's time, and or we can sort of get behind each other as to why we chose who we chose. But anyway, with us today we have Shubham and Sanidhya, who joined us about 2 episodes back, or the second last episode. Shubham, Belgian national, essentially obviously supporting Belgium. Sanidhya still sort of figuring out who. Sorry?
Indian nationals.
Indian national supporting England. England. And we have Ari, who's supporting France but wearing a Dutch jersey because he absolutely loves it. But
It's the best jersey in the tournament.
And we have obviously Rahan, who, as we can see, is very proudly wearing the Italian jersey. So Italy, of course.
what is that?
I'm
You're wearing a Tottenham.
wearing a Tottenham jersey because
He's already made up his mind. The team he's supporting is not winning the trophy.
Right.
Lost hope.
Moving on. I don't think we have the time or capacity to discuss Spurs in this video. But just for our viewers, so the way we're going to do it is we're all going to vote for each group and who we think is going to go through. And obviously there are 5 of us in this episode, so it's literally going to be a first past the post system, which means whichever team gets 3 votes out of 5 will sort of make it to, in our books, make it through to the round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and so on and so forth. So, guys, Group A is Turkey, Italy, Wales, and Switzerland. This, just for the viewers' knowledge, it's been heavily contested. There's been sort of heavy major lobbying going on behind the scenes, behind the camera.
Already.
And I mean, I'm not going to say, but some people think Turkey's going to win the tournament. Just putting it out there, but let's get straight to it. Turkey, Italy, Wales, Switzerland. Go for it, guys.
Right, so I think I'm going to jump straight in here because me and Ari have just recorded the podcast where we discussed Group A. And this is the group that I'm most excited for. You can say Group F is the group of death. It has maybe 3 of the top 10 teams in the world. But no, for me, it's definitely Group A. We've got Italy, who I'm supporting. Best midfield in the tournament. Probably the most well-coached team in the tournament. You've got Turkey, who are the sauciest team in the tournament. You've got Yilmaz, Ozan Tufan, solid centre-backs in Demiral and Soyuncu. And just a team that's really enjoyable to watch. Obviously, even though I am supporting Italy, Turkey is the team that I've got down as dark horses. We've got Wales led by one of Sandy's favorite players, Daniel James.
He's going to win the Golden Boot this time.
Wait, I just want to bring up that in the last episode in which he was featuring, he said that Scott McTominay was a Manchester United legend, and now he said Daniel James is going to win the Golden Boot. I'm already regretting bringing him on to this podcast. Already.
I'm actually quite happy that we got him on. I'm writing all this down. Come 12th of July.
I'm going to really regret this video.
Okay, so Rai, I know you're going to go on about Italy and Turkey, but is it straight that Italy and Turkey are your 2 teams?
Well, for me, I think we should first do first place. I think I've got Italy down as first place. I don't know about you guys.
I agree 100%. There's really not much about
Switzerland. I'm kidding. Italy is
Italy. And are you?
Yeah, I agree with you. And I just want to point out, I'm going to say in Gareth Bale's language, Italy, Turkey, Switzerland, Wales, in that order.
Right. Okay. I think that's Ari's prediction.
Yeah.
We've got Italy first. Who are we going second, guys? I've got Turkey for sure.
I mean, I didn't even say Italy, but I guess it doesn't matter because
Wales
they're
for sure.
already. Yeah.
Wales for sure.
I agree with Sandy.
Wales.
I think
Wales.
I don't know.
I think it's tough. I don't see Turkey finishing in the top 3 as well, to be very honest. I feel Switzerland above Turkey. I mean, you can't undermine
I'm not-
Shaqiri
I'm not-
in international
So you watch
competition.
football or hockey or
You can't
basketball?
undermine- You can't undermine Shaqiri in international
Boss,
competition.
I'm telling you, I'm giving you one name. His name is Burak Yilmaz.
No, the only
He
thing
he just led Lille to the League One
I'm going to
title.
agree with you on one thing.
Yilmaz is Raihan Spooky, guys.
Yilmaz is everything that Timu Pukki wants to be.
Can I tell you something?
No, Group F.
Zemdan Shaqiri. You are telling me
For
he's
Switzerland.
gonna lead Switzerland
I'm
into the
just going to
Champions
say
League?
don't undermine the team. I'm going with the fact that leave Group F. Group A is banging as well. But it's so tough. Like, it's
So you're-
second place is tough. Like, I'm going to say Wales.
Your
I'm going to say
second team
Italy.
is Italy, Wales.
Shivam?
I agree with Sandy. I think Wales is gonna come out second over there. I think. Have you seen Gareth Bale's performance on a national level?
I agree.
I'm wearing a Tottenham Hotspur jersey. Absolutely love this goal. Absolutely love it.
Let's see. I'm a bit confused. Because Sandy said you cannot undermine Shaqiri. Turkey is
Unlike
good.
Wales.
And Wales is finishing second.
No,
It doesn't add up.
I think you need to clear your mind before speaking.
No, I said it's a brilliant group and everything, but I still see Wales finishing second. They're a better
Can you
team.
give a pat on the back for my side, please?
I said Turkey's finishing fourth.
Pat on the back for my side, please.
You got a Turkey agenda.
No, I'm saying it's too tough
See,
a group
for
for
me-
Turkey to perform.
Okay, let's get Ari's view on this first.
I think I'm gonna say Turkey because an unnamed 18 yards member has put all his reputation on this country. So obviously we don't want him to make a fool out of himself all alone. So I'm gonna help that unnamed member. I'm gonna say Turkey's finishing second.
I think since mine are deciding, I'm gonna jump onto the same bandwagon Ari's on because this is sort of gone on for too long. This
then Turkey.
what's his name? Burak Yilmaz.
Yilmaz.
Like I've heard I get dreams of Burak Yilmaz scoring the final winner. So I think it's sort of
You guys are.
now jokes aside, I think Turkey will do well. I've seen a lot of propaganda on Twitter as well.
You do agree? Wales?
I think Wales will.
So here, we're gonna do this live on 18 yards. If Turkey finishes above Wales, the two of you are taking the two of us out for dinner.
Done.
Okay,
That's
decide
done,
where you
done,
go.
done,
Do I
done,
decide
done.
where you go?
We decide.
No, I want
No,
Winners decide. Oh,
We can decide later.
Okay, we
but
decide.
put the wagers on. But I
Okay,
think
I'm gonna say Turkey to not qualify for that wager.
Okay, yeah,
Sure,
exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
Turkey to come fourth, basically.
Not fourth. I'm saying third or fourth.
Okay, fine.
So
So I think we've got 3 versus 2. So
Turkey is second.
Turkey is second,
led by Burak Yilmaz. is entering.
and Wales, Switzerland. I think I'll go Wales. Yeah.
I think we are sort of writing off Switzerland a little too early. Like Sanidhya said, you can't undermine this team. It has performed well in the 2016 Euros, 2018 World Cup. But I do think that people are also expecting too little from Wales. I think with Bale, Ramsey, the young players like we discussed, Harry Wilson, Daniel James, etc. I think Wales is gonna surprise a few people and qualify as one of the best third place teams. I think. Do you guys agree? I think Ari had gone for Switzerland.
Yeah, I still go for Switzerland because I'll just repeat what Sandy said. You cannot undermine Shaqiri on the international stage, and
And yeah,
he'll score a few goals.
I
Come
just
last
think
in
it's
the
a
group.
very tough group. I can't actually choose between the third and the fourth.
Are you agreeing, Wales?
Wales.
For third?
I said second. Now I've lost that vote.
Yeah.
so third then, right?
Third, yeah.
So I think we've got
So
Wales.
Wales third, and so that's Wales third and Switzerland, which is out in Group A. So yeah, I think Group A is sort of done now. Moving on to Group B: Denmark, Finland, Belgium, and Russia. I think this is more of a straightforward group. I'd personally go Belgium on top, Denmark second, and I'm conflicted between Russia and Finland. But like, let's move on to your guys'.
I think it's pretty straightforward. I think all of us are gonna go for Belgium first.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree 100%.
Obviously, Shubham goes, I agree 100%.
I'm gonna say Russia third.
First, let us finish first and
I'm
second.
just saying, Russia. Sorry, Belgium, Denmark, Russia.
Okay, so I think
Wednesday.
does everyone also agree on Denmark second?
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, even if I say it's Finland, I mean, obviously, I'm going to be the only one who's going to say Teemu Pukki is going to take Finland to the round of 16. So it doesn't really matter if I say Finland or if I say Russia. But I think Belgium is walking the group for sure.
And third place, Finland, Russia. We discussed this on the group the other day, so I think it should be pretty straightforward for all of us.
Russia for me.
Russia?
Yeah, Russia.
Ari?
Finland.
I'm
mean-
also going Finland, but since the majority says Russia,
Yeah.
Russia and Finland. Sadly, with Teemu Pukki going out.
Oh,
It's a pity. It's a pity.
Huge pity. But he'll be back for all of our FPLs at the beginning of the Premier League season. Group C, again, I think one of the most straightforward groups. I think most people are going to go with Holland coming first. Does anyone agree with that? They do have their problems. They've got Van der Beek injured, no Van Dijk. But I think in terms of at least getting out of the group stages, I think Holland will go first. They should dispatch North Macedonia and Ukraine pretty easily. Austria, well-balanced team. I think they'll push Netherlands hard, but I think they should go through.
That's for Holland first.
Second place, I have Austria.
I have Austria.
Yeah, 100%.
Austria.
Ali on the podcast had Ukraine, but Ali's being
No, but the only thing I want from this group is to see this jersey as much as I can.
Yeah, they've got the best. They've got the best jersey.
okay. So Austria second. I'm going Ukraine third. Ukraine third.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I know nothing about the North
Yeah.
Macedonian team, so it's
Okay.
it's
So
de facto Ukraine third.
quick nugget of information on North Macedonia. I think it's the lowest ranked team. I think their first international tournament. They've got this guy called Goran Pandev, who's been around for ages. He's the one who scored when they beat Germany. Another player to look out for is Elif Elkim, I think is his name.
Elmas.
Yeah. Also, but I don't think they have the firepower to.
Yeah,
to
so I think it's Ukraine third, North
I
Macedonia.
think we
as well.
have to say hats off to North
Macedonia
Macedonia
for
for
making
beating
it to the tournament.
and for beating
Yeah.
Germany in the qualifier.
No, it wasn't a qualifier.
The
friendly.
World Cup.
The World Cup qualifier.
The World
yeah.
Cup qualifier. Like, hats off to them for that.
Now another interesting group. I think 4 teams, 2 very good, 2 not that great. But I think if you divide it by half, I think all 4 teams, Croatia and England are pretty balanced. Scotland, Czech Republic are pretty balanced. I'm gonna go for England first. We're gonna be at the game on Sunday, England
Yeah.
Croatia. So that's pretty exciting. We'll have some content for you guys from that game, from Wembley itself. I'm going England first. Harry Kane to get a couple of goals. Jack Grealish to weave his magic. Phil Foden to bring out the Gaza spirit, like with the haircut. So I'm going England first. Anyone going with Croatia?
I mean, I said Croatia, but then I thought of it. I think England is just too strong.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a clean sweep for England in
Are you
terms of
sure?
in this group.
Are you sure?
In this
Okay.
group, yeah.
That's interesting.
Croatia second. I think you
No.
want McTominay and Scott.
McDom.
I just hope he gets to the third place qualifying again.
I think I do agree with Croatia second.
Yeah, 100%.
A few
Yeah.
questions about their squad. They're getting slightly on in their years. No Rakitic. It falls on Kovacic to replace him. So let's see how they do. But I think they should be pretty safe and go
Yeah.
through second. Third place is a little tougher, I guess, with Scotland being the team of the left backs playing in the group with the team of the right backs in England. England Scotland will be a fiery affair, always is. So I think form and rank move out of the window when matches like that take place.
To be very honest, I'm more scared of Scotland in the group than Croatia as an England supporter because the tension's always running over that game. It's going to be a
Yeah.
tough game to play.
But I mean, looking at the England squad, they have such professionals that I'd really be surprised if like the pressure, whatever gets to them in terms of England Scotland. I get where you're coming from when you mean it'll be
When
a more
is it?
interesting game, but I think England will easily come out of it
Yeah,
victorious.
hopefully they do.
No, I agree. I agree with Sandy. I think Scotland is a team to watch out only for one reason is because they are the same group as England, and that match is going to be really entertaining.
Yeah.
Because we've seen in most international tournaments, a team with the best squad does not necessarily win. It's the team that performs on that given day. Saying that, I think Scotland will finish fourth. I think I'm going to pick Czech Republic as the third place team.
Thomas
pull-
Thomas Suchek with the sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Is anyone
I
backing
dis-
Ari here?
I disagree. I think Scotland's gonna come through.
To be honest, even I'd go with Ari.
Okay.
I don't think Scotland's gonna make it out.
Sam-
Scotland third. It's gonna be a tough
Ah,
one.
that's-
it's all up on you, bro.
I'm probably gonna go Scotland third. I think Che Adams and McTominay
Yeah.
and Tierney and Robertson, they've got a good spine, and I think they'll get over the line.
You heard it here first, McTominay. Come on.
McTominay with a irrelevant tournament. You heard it first. Yeah.
McTominay or Dan James?
Yeah.
You gotta choose McTominay or Dan
Dan
James
James,
right
choose
here, right
one.
now.
Scott McTominay.
Oh.
Okay.
So now you're not allowed to play Daniel James on FIFA.
Have you seen his face?
Okay, moving on to Group E, we have Spain, Sweden, Poland, and Slovakia. I wouldn't say a straightforward group, but interesting group. Spain, Poland, I guess the teams would stand out instantly. I don't really know too much about the Slovakian team, so I can't really comment much on it. And Sweden, I mean, again, aren't that significant to my knowledge, but they do have some players who I know. So I'd go personally. I'd go Spain for. Yeah, I'd go Spain first, Poland second.
So as Ari knows, because we record this was the first Euros preview we did on the podcast. I went with Sweden first.
I agree as well. I
Yeah.
don't think Spain's gonna come out on top in this
Yeah,
group because
I don't think so.
the last couple of international competitions, Spain's really been struggling. You
Yeah.
can see ever since South Africa 2010, and you look at the squad today, and if you put them all together as one right now, internationally they just haven't been performing to their
Yeah.
potential and their capability. If you see it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't see Spain coming out top of the group. I agree with Rai. I think Sweden's gonna come out.
I think why I think it's important to say why I'm backing Sweden is that I feel that Spain and Luis Enrique have caused too much of a controversy with their squad selection. No Real Madrid players. They're also being hit by COVID right now. So we don't know how that's going to play out for Spain. And the thing with Sweden is a very well-drilled team. They have depth in every position. They play as a squad. They got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup simply by playing as a squad. There are no star players. There are standout players, but there's no one star since Ibra is injured. So I do think Sweden will come first and Spain will come second. Sandy?
To be honest, I get where you're coming from for Sweden first, but I feel Spain required a change in their team sheet for this tournament because what they've done in the past has clearly not worked out for them. So I feel the manager is devoted to the squad, and if I think he can do it, he can still come first with the squad. So Spain first, Sweden second.
So we've got 2 for Spain first, 2 for Sweden first. Ari, you're the decider here.
See, I think no one in the world wants Spain to fail as much as I do. I mean, I've absolutely hated the way Mr. Barcelona, the person who gave his life for Barcelona, has selected his squad full of Barcelona players, no Madrid players, even no deserving Spanish players like Lago Aspas and Nacho Fernandez. Forget Ramos; these 2 players deserve to be on the plane. I want Spain to come last. I really do. I hate. I started to hate the team because of selection. But they have a lot of quality in the team, that you cannot deny that. They have good players in Marco Llorente, Dani Olmo, Oyarzabal. So I think they have a good squad, and they have more experience than Sweden playing in the big leagues. The players have more experience playing in the big leagues. So I think Spain will win the group.
Right. So we're going.
I hate it, but they will.
Sweden second.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, so then it's
Sweden
Sweden second and
Poland third, I would say,
Yeah.
because I think Slovakia, they've got Marek Hamsic. That's the Mohawk you got to be looking out for on the field. But I think they.
you want to look out for Lewandowski this season.
Yeah.
He's the second best striker at the Euros.
Yeah, because Karim Benzema is the best, right?
Benzema's injured.
So I think we're gonna be touching upon Benzema
Yeah.
in the next group. I think this is the one that everyone's gonna be looking forward to. Group F, Group of Death. France, Germany, Portugal, Hungary. I think we know. I predicted Hungary third in the podcast before Dominic Szoboszlai got injured. I'm putting that out there for the 10th time in the last week. So my prediction has changed. They're gonna come fourth. But who's first, guys? I mean, I think this is gonna be the toughest one to predict. Personally, I'm going for Portugal. They've had a fantastic win over Israel today. 4-0. They look really good. I mean, they seem to have filled the hole that they had at left back. Which is a problem, which was a problem with Rafael Guerrero. Not a big problem, but a slight problem. They've got Nuno Mendes, who's fantastic. That front four looks amazing. I think Portugal is going to go and get first place, in my opinion.
I'd agree with you. I mean, again, it's a really, really tough group to sort of comment on and predict, but I think Portugal will do it. France is lacking in some areas, as we discussed earlier as well. Their wing backs don't really have that pace, which you sort of, I feel, need to sort of win. I mean, not even come out of the group, but in the tournament by and large. And just looking at Portugal's squad, I know it's not really a parameter, but even when you play with them on FIFA, you realize that I mean, every position is sort of really well reinforced. We've seen the players on the pitch. I mean, they are from there, Bruno Fernandes to Ronaldo to João Felix to everyone. I think that there is that sort of potential and there is that urge to win. So obviously you can't really write off France, but I'd make a bold prediction and sort of go Portugal over France, Germany, Hungary. So I'd go Portugal first.
No, I completely disagree with
Yeah,
you
I
guys.
thought so as much.
Yeah, same. I agree with Shubham.
I'm sorry, but I think France. I mean, have you seen Mbappe's form? Have you seen Griezmann at a national stage? I mean, look, I'm a Barcelona supporter. He's not been performing so well at Barcelona in the last 2 seasons, whatever. But on an international stage, he is just beautiful.
I do agree.
He's a
that.
god.
I think Griezmann is
You
one
gotta
of
watch
the
the videos to
It's
watch.
just beautiful on a national
100%.
stage.
This guy won best player at the Euros last time, and he was France's best player at the World Cup. And he's been completely shit for Barcelona.
Sensational.
Yeah.
So I think
and you've got Kante in midfield. I mean, you can't get a better defensive midfield than that.
I just think I mean, my reasoning for Portugal is that they've got the clutch player of all clutch players. So I think he
Yeah.
will at some
Bruno
point come through.
Fernandes.
Classic United.
Congratulations to him. He scored 2 goals and assisted one today, by the way.
Do you really
Were
want
any
to?
of them
Do
penalties?
you
No,
really want to compare the Israeli team with France and
No,
Germany?
I'm just saying congratulations
Okay,
to him
okay.
regardless.
Okay, I think 3 versus 2. So we've got France going first.
And also, one more thing, if I can just add quickly, we've been talking about squad depth. Karim Benzema got injured in the last game, where Giroud came up and scored a brace. So I think there is no better squad depth than France, in my
Very
opinion.
underrated, to be honest.
Giroud,
Yeah.
As a goal scorer, I think he's really, really
I
underrated.
thought you were gonna say as a go-kart.
Really underrated go-kart.
No, I think I do
Yeah.
agree. I think Giroud gets a bad rap at times. I think he's a very good player, World Cup winner, Champions
Yeah.
League winner, Premier League winner.
Europa League
Yeah.
winner.
This is
Super
what
League
I was
winner.
saying. He gets the work done. He's
Yeah.
out there to
Yeah.
score goals. And he
So are we going Portugal second, or is someone coming out with Germany
Portugal.
second?
I think Germany's gonna come second, in my opinion.
Same. I agree with Shubham. Everyone's saying Portugal, but I have a gut
I mean,
feeling
to be
Germany
honest,
will-
before the podcast, I had said Germany's going to come second just for the sort of laugh. But I genuinely feel Portugal will, like, as I said, I feel Portugal will come first. Again, I don't want to get into it, but because I feel that players like Ronaldo, like, really just motivate the team. But putting that aside, I think if Portugal is not first, they will come second for sure. And yeah, but that being said, I think Germany will sort of give a very, very good fight. I mean, you really, really can't write off players like, I mean, even if you just look at their team, from Timo Werner, you can't write him off, whatever said and done. You have Leroy Sané, you have Kimmich, you have
Havertz.
Kai Havertz, you have Gundogan, you have
Muller.
they have
Timo Werner can
Jamal
get to know.
Musiala.
Jamal Musiala.
Timo Werner can
So-
get to know.
Again, it's going to be a tough fight, and I think they surely will go through to the round of 16. But I personally feel they'll come out third in this group.
So I think I've got Portugal second. Deep has Portugal second.
Portugal second.
Portugal second. So I think that
Yeah.
Portugal
Uh,
second.
Portugal has it in our opinion. So second, Germany third.
Which
Best of luck, Hungary, man. Like, no matter what.
best of luck, Hungary.
Hungary.
Hungary just got unlucky. Hungary just got unlucky.
Okay,
They got unlucky. I mean,
now the third place team. So 4 out of the 6 third place teams that we've ranked have to go through. So I think it's gonna be the team that finishes the group with most points, and then if they're on equal points, then in terms of goal difference, I think Wales or whoever does come third in our prediction from that group A, Wales will go through.
Yeah.
Does everyone agree with Wales?
Yeah.
so sorry. What are the 6 teams that we've chosen?
We've got Wales, Russia, Ukraine, Scotland, Poland, Germany. And I mean, just looking at that, that's a good crop of third place teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if we can just name off the 4, I think I'm going for Wales. Wales.
As the top team amongst these,
Of 4. You've got to pick 4 out of these 6.
so yeah, I mean,
But you have
Wow.
to take into account points and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got to look at the
So-
groups. I think
so-
Wales will go through. I think Germany will go through.
so
That
No,
I'm
but-
not sure about that though. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I said.
Because
in the pod as
if you
well.
see,
Yeah.
if you see, if they lose against Portugal,
Yeah.
if they lose against Germany,
France.
sorry, if they lose against France, and they win against Hungary, that's just what 3 points.
Yeah.
You think that?
But that's enough. But I think that's enough to qualify as best third place.
I'll tell you why. Because I have a feeling that Hungary are going to be the sort of battering boys in this group. So I think Germany's goal difference will have a good time
Yeah.
against Hungary.
And
I-
even 3 goals because
Because
3 points.
because-
3 points will get you through into the next round.
are you sure? Because if you look at Group E, Spain, Sweden, Poland, that's very tight as well. You can say the group same for Group A with Wales and Switzerland, the debate we had over there. And then if you look at Scotland, England, Croatia, that group over there.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I
so
think
you gotta pick
These
4 teams, right?
the draws in these you could say groups are going to be so vital now at the end for when choosing the best third place teams. So I'm a little skeptical on the fact that Germany is going to go through. I'm still not convinced 3 points is enough to go through on third place. I don't think I'm not going to place a bet on Germany.
I think my
See, what I feel is history tells us that a lot of third place team end up with 1 point or 2 points. A lot of them, at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I think we can eliminate the teams. I think Scotland will end up with 1 point.
Yeah.
They lose to Croatia, they lose to England. Maximum they'll draw with Czech Republic.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if we're gonna go down that route, I think that
I think it'll be easy
if we're
to
going to go,
eliminate it.
if we're
I
going to
think-
go on, then Germany does go through.
I think the easiest pick is Poland, to be very honest,
I think
because I think Poland will draw between Spain and Sweden and win one of their games. They'll batter Slovakia, I feel. So I think
And even-
Poland will surely be one of the
I think-
strongest.
I agree.
And even Ukraine, I think even Ukraine can make it because I think North Macedonia will
I think
lose.
Russia and Scotland are the teams that are going to go out, in my opinion.
Safe. Safe.
Are we agreeing with Russia, Scotland?
Just looking at Russia, they have Russia, Belgium, Finland, Denmark.
Because I think Russia and Finland are pretty much the same. I think Russia's going to end up with a point. I don't think Russia beats Denmark or Belgium. And even if they do beat Finland, I don't think it's by a big score.
You can have that same debate about Wales and Switzerland. We can't.
No, but I think Wales
Yeah.
can take points off other teams like Turkey and Italy. I think Russia and Scotland are the teams that are going to drop out.
I agree with Rai. I think Scotland is definitely going out.
I think Ukraine's definitely going through.
Yeah, I think Ukraine is
Ukraine,
definitely
Poland
going
are
through.
definitely
Yeah,
going
I think
through.
Ukraine, Poland are definitely going through.
Yeah.
I think Russia and Scotland have to be the teams that go out. Russia and Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, this matters the way we do first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah, so we've got Ukraine. I think we'll have.
Ukraine
some
have the
more
most
points,
points.
yeah.
I think.
I think Poland will have the most points, to be honest.
No, I think,
No, oh yeah, it matters. Sorry, it matters. Yeah. I forgot.
So.
I think this is the right order.
So are we going? I think Ukraine is going to be the best third place team.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Simply
Okay.
because of their.
I agree with you. I think Ukraine is going to be the best.
Sweden first, Wales second. I'd say.
I would,
No.
I would go deep.
I
I
would
would
go
go
Poland
Poland.
second.
I would go-
I'd put Wales fourth.
Germany third, Wales fourth. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Wales fourth.
Eliminates Russia and Scotland.
And now we're getting to the exciting bit. Now we're through to the knockouts. So we've got the first one we've got is Italy versus Austria. I'm saying Italy. I think Italy have
Yeah.
Austria.
Agreed.
Well, they're a good team, but I think Italy will have too much.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Thank you for your time.
See you in Madrid, Alaba.
Ali will be happy that Alba goes out early so that there are no injuries. So Madrid. Turkey versus Denmark. That's a good game.
That's
Yeah.
a good game.
That's a good game. I think Turkey have more flair and are more exciting team, but Denmark are better drilled, better spine. I think some very, very good players. So what are you guys thinking? I'm going Turkey.
Oh, this is a tough one, to be honest.
I mean, I apologize to Højbjerg, but I'm going Turkey.
I mean, to be honest, there's just so much hype around Turkey. It's the first reason why we brought them to the round of 16. to be very honest.
Deep, they're good. They're good. That's why we got them to the round of 16.
But to be very honest, I think as a national side competing against teams like
Didn't you vote for Turkey?
I did 100% because I do think they'll come to the round of 16. But I don't know, against Denmark, I personally feel that Denmark, Christian Eriksen, Højbjerg, a lot of talent, a lot of experience in the Danish side. So I think Denmark will beat Turkey.
But I feel Denmark's lacking the goal scoring ability
I
that
agree.
Turkey has.
Who's their scorer? Kasper Dolberg hasn't had a good game in a year and a half.
The way Turkey
Brathwaite.
1-4-1 and a 4-2-3-1. No.
Man said Brathwaite. The Danish Ronaldo.
But I'd have to pick Turkey over Denmark because squad-wise it feels better.
So Ari, I think it's down to you.
Are you going Denmark?
I'm going Denmark.
Ali.
Too much pressure, bro. It feels like I'm playing there, bro. I think
When you play there.
Turkey.
Yeah!
I genuinely
Turkey to
think
quarters.
I mean, it's going to be really tight though.
It will be.
It's going to be really tight.
That's what I'm saying. I think we said it today on the podcast as well. Group A is such a good group because
No doubt.
whoever comes first and second, they've got pretty easy draws in the round of 16. No disrespect to Denmark and Austria, but I do think that the Group A teams can beat them.
No doubt.
Now I think we've got a very tasty fixture here.
Belgium versus
Belgium
Germany.
versus Germany.
Shubham, just get straight to it.
See, I'm going to be brutally honest. I honestly think Germany's going to go through. Being a Belgian national, being a Belgian supporter, I don't see Belgium beating the likes of Germany. Belgium hasn't been successful on the international stage, and I'm just worried about our defense, though. To be honest, there's the agility, the mobility. Yes, I agree that there's a lot of experience between the defenders, but in this day and age, it's not enough. And looking at how they usually structure their team with 3 defenders at the back, that leaves a lot of pressure on the defensive midfielders to come back and join the defense. And with the likes of Germany and their young rising talent, especially up front.
Yeah.
And if you look at Havertz, if you look at who else do they have?
They have Sane on the left.
Sane, Werner, Gnabry.
Gnabry, both really, really quick and been doing extremely well for Bayern Munich. And then you got Gundogan, top scorer for City. I think Germany's gonna go through.
That must have been very tough.
I have to be brutally honest. I'm sorry, but I have to be brutally honest.
I mean, yeah, I completely agree. I think just looking at this one fixture, looking at the pace Germany has up front with sort of Kimmich holding their midfield
And Kroos.
Gundogan there, their pace and attack from Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry. I think Belgium are going to be done in the round of 16.
I agree. I totally agree with both Shubham and Deep. I mean, I'm sorry, but
Hoping Belgium go through.
Even I 100%
there is
because
there is
of the Belgian defense, because it's so
Yeah, I
Then-
mean,
slow.
with Toby
Yeah,
and
and-
Jan Vertonghen.
And we got Axel Witsel injured as well.
Yeah. And just because
Like-
how fast Gnabry and Sonia and everyone up there is.
and there's just there's just something about Germany. I don't know what, but there's just something about Germany that
Yeah.
I can just see them winning against Belgium. I don't know what it is, but I've just had this gut feeling. I had them second for Group F, but I have this gut feeling they're going to do well.
I'm gonna differ from you guys here, and I'm gonna keep it short because I think it doesn't matter, because I think we've got obviously Germany going through because 4-1. I just think Belgium. I mean, come on, they're the best team in the world in terms of at least the FIFA rankings, and I don't know, they don't really count, but they do count towards something.
Yeah, but that included when Hazard was on top.
I agree, but I think Belgium have the depth to come out on top against Germany. That being said, I do agree with you guys that Germany have a lot of pace. It is also, I think, something we haven't highlighted. It is also Joachim Löw's last tournament as German coach. So I think they'll really be playing their heart out for the coach.
Yeah, exactly.
But I still do think Belgium have the quality over Germany to go through.
I hope you're right.
Moving on to the next game, we've got Holland versus Poland. I think this will end up being a very close
I
game.
think so,
Yeah.
But I do think that Poland's two strongest positions are goalkeeper and striker, and they don't play with two strikers. So I think they're stacked in the positions that only one player can play in.
Yeah, but he can sweep the game for them.
He can, but their
But
defense is very weak.
Yeah.
I think Holland will go through, and I think Memphis Depay will.
like you said, Holland, Van Dijk's injured.
They've got Sven Botman, they've got Matthijs de Ligt. It's his time to shine when Van Dijk is out injured. They've got Gini Wijnaldum, Frankie De Jong. I think although I
Stephen De
have to
Vrij, who's
criticize
going
them
to
and criticize
replace
their chances
Van
of
Dijk.
doing well, and I mean,
But in regards to this fixture,
it always ends up being the luck of the draw, and they're probably going to end up in the quarterfinals if things go as we predict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Poland is too heavily reliant on, as Rai said, a couple of players. So I mean, especially
I think this is
Lewandowski.
clean.
Holland?
Yeah. So I mean,
Holland?
Yeah, I think Memphis Depay is going to take this jersey to the quarterfinals.
It's such an opposite.
How's that feel, Sandy?
Croatia, Sweden. I mean, you guys had really strong sort of opinions on Sweden, so it'll be interesting to have your take on this game.
I genuinely don't have a take on this game because I think it's going to be very tough to decide.
I think this will be a close game, but I think Croatia have a trump card in Luka Modric. I
Yeah.
think the way that guy makes the game tick, I think he will take Croatia to the quarterfinals, especially if they end up playing against Sweden.
100%.
Yeah.
I think he just has that magic in midfield. His ability to change from one side to the other side. His long crosses, his passing abilities, through balls. Honestly.
And then he comes up with that, long shot, goes in the goal, that's it.
Those are
Few
the
goals
ones-
he scores.
Yeah.
Really important.
I think it's Croatia.
Croatia to go through against Sweden.
France, Ukraine.
France, Ukraine, I think
I think,
straightforward.
yeah,
I think
I
I think France is
I
walking
don't think we
this.
have discussed it. I think
Sandy?
Ukraine is going
We've
to.
got someone say Ukraine has a chance.
Kareem the Dream is
Spain.
going to feast on Ukraine.
Spain versus Wales is the next fixture.
I'm going to say Wales already, for sure. Because if Wales is playing this big a game, and they're going to
I
play.
think-
Sorry, I agree with Sandy.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with
I
Sandy.
think, I think if Wales make it to the quarterfinals, round of 16, and they end up playing a team like Spain,
Yeah.
I think Wales will win.
I think
Yeah, I think, and it's also like, I mean, if you watch that video between Joey Rodon and Gareth Bale, he's already. It's obviously just for the video, but he's already saying that I'm already looking forward to the quarters and semis. So
Yeah.
I think they have nothing to lose.
Where's the magic?
They're playing to win.
Welsh mom.
So
Guys,
yeah,
I think we're underestimating Spain. I mean, we've talked so highly of
that is
Portugal.
true. That is
They kept Portugal to 0-0 in their latest friendly with Laporte putting in a masterpiece of a performance. And they have much better players than Wales. That's the reality. I hate to say it,
that is true.
but they have much better players than
the
Wales.
question is, are they able to perform on an international level?
Yeah.
And historically
Yeah.
speaking, they
I
haven't.
don't know.
But then do Wales Can Wales perform on the international level? Even
Yeah,
their
I
teams
mean,
changed
the last
completely.
round, they knocked-
100%.
They knocked us
But they,
in the quarterfinals.
but their teams changed completely. I mean, the players like Harry Wilson, Dan James, they haven't had a good, they haven't, even smelt a competition like this before. I mean, the most Dan James has smelt is Europa League, and he lost the final. Sorry, but and Harry Wilson plays in the championship.
You just bodied him. He's out. He's out. He does not participate anymore.
At least not in this picture for sure.
But guys,
And
I think
he lost a final to a Spanish team, if that makes sense.
Let me tell you, the Spanish goalkeeper lost us that last pen. So
I think while I do agree with you, Ali, I think that Spain can be found out exactly by players like Daniel James and Harry Wilson with their pace. I think Eric Garcia is not experienced enough. I think Laporte.
But Eric Garcia won't start. It'll be Pau Torres, who put a man of the match performance in the Europa League final.
But then I still feel that Wales have a better shot of. I mean, I think Spain are the favorites for this game. But my head sort of is whispering Spain, but my heart says Wales, and I'm gonna follow my heart on this one.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be happy Spain get knocked out as soon as possible. I hate Luis Enrique.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think Ari sort of thrown a spanner in the works here because that is, I mean, what he said is absolutely true in terms of Spain does have a good squad and we're really, really sort of underestimating them. And also, I think what we have to think about is like, with all players don't have experience, but when the team has experience, it like makes a difference. I mean, it depends. If all of you are Wales, then they automatically go through. So my thing is,
I'm Wales. I think Sandy's. I think Shubham's going to be.
I'm Wales.
okay, yeah. So then it's
So I think that's the biggest prediction
Yeah.
of this. I think the second biggest prediction after Germany, Belgium of this round. Now for the
final round of 16.
fixture of this round of 16. If it turns out like this, England versus Portugal at Wembley Stadium. I think I don't know where to go with this one.
I want to go back a few steps. I want to put Croatia first. I want to play Sweden in the round of 16.
This was England's dilemma in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I think both England and Belgium, when they went out to play that third game of the group stage, I think both tried to lose that game with the teams they fielded because they knew that coming second would give them an easier route. But I think the way this group and the fixtures in this group are set out with England playing the two tougher teams first, I don't think England can plan ahead. I think they have to win their games.
Yeah.
And they should. I think this squad is better than the squad that was there 2 years ago.
No, you play to win for sure. Like,
And they have to play to win.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if this is the fixture,
this is really tough. I don't know who to pick.
I mean, for me, it's simple.
I
It's
think
simple.
for me, it's simple. You want to go ahead?
I'm saying England. Easy.
You think England?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to go say England as
Yeah.
well because Southgate has worked with this team before. He knows the youth. He knows he's been under 21 coach with them before. He's got them to this level. He's going to get
Yeah,
it.
but
over.
I mean, on the other hand, Fernando Santos has won the Euros with this
Yeah,
squad.
but he's going to get it over with Southgate.
You've been saying that.
In my opinion, sorry, Shiv, you were
No,
going.
go ahead.
No, I was saying, while we were discussing the groups, everyone was like, Portugal's going to win the group, they have a better team than France, who are supposed to have the best team in the competition. So England beating Portugal, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, if Portugal have a better team than France, if they have a better team than France, you think they lose to England?
I mean, Wales has a better team.
I don't think Portugal has a better team than France. I think
I feel France.
I have a feeling that Portugal, I think France may stumble to Germany or somewhere along the line. I think France will probably end up dropping points so that Portugal finishes first. I think France has the best squad. I think Portugal has the second best squad, and I think England has the third best squad, and Italy has the third best team, in my opinion. But it's tough for me. I think you're going Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal.
I'm going Portugal. I think.
I
think.
Yeah, I'm England. I'm England for sure.
Oh,
I think England's a choker at the big stages.
Yeah.
I think that's a different England. I think this is a different England.
And I mean, to be honest, it's just
100%. 100% I
I
agree
mean-
with that. This is different.
Okay, Rahan, I want you to make this decision without your heart. I mean, obviously you want England to win because you like England, you stay in England. But think of Ronaldo playing for Portugal, scoring more than 100 goals for the
I'll tell
country.
you-
out
I'll tell you-
Ronaldo.
No, I'm not gonna think
No,
of
don't
that.
say
I'll tell you why this is tough for me. Okay? So when I started watching football, I started watching international football, and in 2010, I can see they're already conspiring to put Germany through. I don't like this. But I always, if Italy is not in the tournament, and even if Italy is in the tournament, I enjoy international tournaments so much that I like backing more than one team. Italy is obviously the first team I'm backing. England and Portugal are always second and third. This time Turkey is fourth because I really like this Turkey team for some reason in Burak Yilmaz. So this is a really tough one for me. But I think I'm gonna put out England, and for the simple reason because it's at Wembley. Because I think after the year and a half that this country has had, I'm not saying Portugal hasn't, but after the year and a half this country has had and the craziness that has gone on around us, I think having a home game and the fans behind you is going to be a huge advantage.
I have one question. Do you think the centre backs for England have got the experience to face the likes of Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah,
This game,
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
This
Bruno
game,
Fernandes every day of the week, but
this
Ronaldo-
game is gonna be a high scoring game, and it will be decided by Harry Kane and Cristiano Ronaldo. The defense not gonna have anything to say about it.
And on the biggest stages, who would you place your bets on? Harry Kane or Ronaldo?
I would place my
Harry
bet on Ronaldo, but with this,
I'd go Harry Kane right now. As of today, I would go Harry Kane.
I would go Harry Kane,
I'm
but
backing England.
Have
at
you
Wembley.
seen
I just have to.
Ronaldo's international?
No,
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. He doesn't stop. Ronaldo doesn't stop, guys.
I'm a Barcelona supporter.
But-
But I think
But-
Harry Kane has that much more to
I
prove,
think
especially playing against
Okay,
Portugal,
on a
playing against
different note.
Ronaldo. In a game like this, obviously this is all speculation. This is all ifs and buts. England, Portugal, England at Wembley. None of this will probably even happen. Might not happen. Might happen. We don't know that.
They're always
But
Ronaldo.
I mean, yeah, I feel in a game like England versus Portugal, Harry Kane has that much more to prove. Cristiano Ronaldo has proved whatever he had to. He's had to.
I think
Cristiano Ronaldo never stops.
Ronaldo keeps chasing these things.
Yeah, but
He's
what-
never satisfied. Is what I'm saying. He's never satisfied. He still has something to prove. I don't know what it is, but he says he has something to
be
prove.
decided between Harry Kane and Ronaldo, according to me. I feel the squad has a lot more.
I agree. I think you see, I said Harry Kane versus Ronaldo because it's going to be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
But I also feel that
England is way more
England-
synchronized in
no,
with their
I
squad.
think Portugal has a better squad, but I think on their day England can beat anyone. And I
Yeah.
just feel I have a feeling about this game.
Okay.
I think England is going to
I
get
think
to
we've
it.
done it. We've said
See, but the thing is, but I have just one thing to say. I think Maguire is injured, right? So we don't know if he's starting. So they'll be starting with clowns. With all respect, clowns like Mings, who's absolutely shit in my opinion.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think we don't even know what team Southgate is going to go with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He may start Walker at right centre back, and Walker can play there. I think I'm going to go with England. So we're going to go with England.
Quarterfinals now. First game is Croatia versus France. Again, very exciting, but for me, I think it's France.
Yeah, France walks this in my opinion.
I think it's a replay of the World Cup final. It's going to be pretty exciting, and I think I do think that I agree that France is going to take this one.
Yeah, 100% France will beat this.
Ari, I mean, obviously, three of us have said, but do you think France?
Yeah, I mean, France smashed France. It's fine. France smashed Croatia's golden generation in the World Cup final. They smashed 4 goals against them. Imagine what they were just getting started. This is a better France, and they are facing a weaker Croatia. So I think it's easy.
Okay, now Germany versus Italy.
And let me tell you, for the reasons of transparency, while I was talking about my love for international football, I saw these two pointing at Germany and nodding to each other. I think there's an agenda against me, Turkey and Italy here.
Not at all. I mean, I'm just
Not at all. Even I say Germany will win.
I'll justify my decision once I think about it. haven't even thought about it yet.
I think there is a need to see those grey pre-match jackets that Italy wear at the Euro final.
This is
I think that is a must.
18 yards analyst slash host slash pundit slash watch the jackets. Right.
No, I'm jokes apart. I think while Germany are very good, I think this Italy team is the best coached at the tournament. I think Barella, Jorginho, Verratti. I mean, that's the best midfield three. I think Bonucci and Chiellini have the experience to keep Timo Werner at bay. And I think it's
Sane and Gnabry.
I think they'll manage. Although I do agree that Italy's weakness is their fullbacks, but I think they get
See, Ryan, you talked about Jorginho, Barella, and Verratti. I'll give you a better midfield three: Kimmich, Kroos, Gundogan.
I think Jorginho, Verratti, Barella are better midfield three.
I disagree with that. I think Germany. I think Germany will win.
I think Italy's gonna go through.
It's gonna be a good game, no doubt.
Yeah, 100%.
It'll be a good game. No
I
doubt about
I
that.
don't see Germany reaching like the semi-finals. Think about it. We got them third in their group. I don't see Germany reaching the semi-finals.
To be honest,
Bro, but
I think
Portugal won the Euros and they came third in the group.
Who?
Portugal won the Euros and they were third place team.
That's okay, but I'm just saying that if you look at it now, I think between Italy and Germany, Italy is the team that I feel has a better chance. They've got a better midfield, more experienced centre backs. Germany, you look at what happened in the World Cup. They lost to North Macedonia in the last international rounds. I just don't see Germany getting to the semi-finals of the Euros, and especially beating Italy.
They lost to North Macedonia. They didn't have Toni Kroos in the squad. I think he makes a very big difference in the team.
I think even without Toni Kroos, you should be beating North Macedonia.
Yeah, definitely.
With all due respect to North Macedonia, I think this Italy team has a lot more to prove. This Italy team has a better striker, in my opinion, better midfield, and definitely a better defense. I think. I mean,
Sandy, what are your thoughts?
To be honest, I agree with the fact that Bonucci and Chiellini and the linesmen can handle Timo Werner.
the linesman.
But it's a very tough one. Midfield, both are superb. But I feel Germany has a more holding midfield, in my opinion. And regardless, without Kroos, they don't have a reason to lose against North Macedonia. I'm going to go Italy.
So I think it comes down to me, and I can see Rahan already giving me the eyes. But
Listen, I'm telling you,
to be honest,
on Friday we're going and watching the Euros with a bunch of your Italian friends, and
but to be honest,
I'm ratting on you.
I mean, to be honest, I said this in their group as well. Obviously, their group has France and Portugal and Hungary, but I genuinely rate this German squad this Euros. I think they're massively underrated. I think their midfield and attack is absolutely world class, up there with the rest. Italy again, it has a very, very good squad. It's going to be a tough game, but if I was to predict, I would go Germany. Although that being said, it will be a tough game, but yeah, my prediction would be Germany to beat Italy in this.
Can I say something? In the last Euros, Italy took Germany to penalties with Simone Zaza as their striker.
Yeah, I mean, that way North Macedonia drew to Germany, so they should be able to. And then
Yeah.
ifs and buts.
I mean, that's just a one-off game.
There would be space for Tinker's hands. But,
Oh, wow.
but yeah, I mean, Sandy, it's. Anyway, yeah.
I think there has been a injustice here. And I will prove right. Italy's going to win the Euros.
Holland versus Turkey, Rahan, you can go on with your Turkey agenda.
I think Turkey's better.
Against Holland.
Yes.
I think I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, first I took Italy out. We took Italy out, and I'm gonna say Holland's gonna beat Turkey.
Sandy? So Holland to beat Turkey. Wales versus England.
I'm sorry,
Straightforward for
Daniel
me.
James, go running back, mate. This England team was going through.
Yeah, I think so too. It's England. Easy.
That's it.
Yeah, I think England
In
is-
the final.
So now semis: France, Germany, Holland, England. France, Germany.
France.
France, 100%.
Yeah.
I think they've. I think,
France.
Same. I
What happened to Germany now?
No, I 100% agree that I agree they're a very good team, but I genuinely don't see them beating France. I said this even in their group.
yeah.
Imagine,
Yeah.
So,
imagine this kid in the finals, man. Come on.
What were the suits?
See, even if Italy,
we'd love to
even
see
if
that.
Italy beat Germany,
Look at that.
hypothetically, let's, in an ideal Raihan world, even if Italy beats Germany, they lose to France. So anyway, we're not going to see that kid in the final.
In an ideal
Is that
Rahman
one?
world, France.
Italy.
Italy beats
the,
France.
the fact is,
No,
Italy is not making the finals.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe Italy would beat Germany. I'm not so sure about France.
What about Turkey?
Your heart says that.
Turkey would beat England.
Italy would beat Turkey. England would beat Turkey. I'm not being
Yeah.
deluded. I'm having a good time with the international tournament.
so yeah, I think France will beat Germany
100%.
and England will beat Holland. I think we all agree on that.
It's
I think
coming,
it's gonna be.
Let's just leave it at this.
Ah,
I don't want to
No,
vote
I don't.
after it.
But I think just to comment on the France Germany game, I think it's gonna be the 90th minute. Timo Werner's gonna be through on goal. He'll put it in the net.
Mbappe?
The linesman will have his flag up, so France is gonna win.
Okay.
But yeah, I think credit to Germany and Holland if they do make it this far, especially Holland. I don't expect Holland to be in the semi-finals. I think especially with the way we've done the third place, there will be a lot of differentials, and I think Holland, because they did end up playing Poland, will probably not make it to semi-finals. Regardless, in our prediction, we've got England versus France. I think this is not a final that you can that is going to be a shock to most people. And what a cracking game that's going to be.
France.
I mean,
I'm gonna say football at Wembley is it's gonna come home if this is the final. I think England will win.
I just.
No, I think France is just too strong, bro. It's Griezmann for France. I'm telling you, Griezmann for France is like Messi for Barcelona.
no, I agree with that. Griezmann's gonna have a banger of a tournament, but I still see England winning this game if it's in Wembley. I just see them winning this game if it's in Wembley because
I mean,
the English fans are not gonna let them back home.
yeah, I mean, it's just been going on for too long that it's coming home. It's coming home. England has probably one of the best squads. I mean, obviously France does too. England probably have the best squads on paper. Coming down to this game individually, it will be a very, very tough game. But apart from me supporting England, I genuinely do feel England will win it. They have every position is sort of reinforced, except for probably their centre backs. But then again, it depends on how Gareth Southgate feels his team. It will be with Benzema out. Obviously, they have a million other places. As we're talking about Giroud, who just came
He's
in.
not out. He's still playing. He's playing. He's playing.
But yeah, personally, I'd go
Can't be out. He can't be out. I'll cry if he's out.
win the finals.
We've got
Do you honestly think England's midfield is capable of holding
100%.
France's midfield?
100%.
France have Pogba, they have Kante, they have Griezmann, they have Tolisso, and I'm not even talking about the substitutes that they have.
Bro, I think you missed out a very key France player. Moussa.
Sissoko's there, but he's I think he's partly there to give them water during the
I'm
game.
telling you this. Okay, I'm telling
I
you this.
really hope he plays the
With
final.
Moussa Sissoko in your squad, I'm sorry, but you can have all the Mbappes and Benzemas you want.
Then England's going out, mate.
But I generally do think that if England get to the final, England win.
See, I'm just waiting for Benzema and Mbappe to come up against Mings and all your centre backs. I mean Mbappe. They have one of the best players in the world in Mbappe. They have one of the best strikers in the world in Karim Benzema, and they have the best central defensive midfielder. They have the best quality in the tournament.
The key being one of who's got the best.
Poland.
No, excuse me, no.
But I think that being said,
We gotta edit that out. We gotta edit that out. Cut that out. England.
we voted England to win, but now we're just looking at the predictions by other readers.
By other
and-
readers, I think it's key to point out that we're doing
We're
this
on the Telegraph
Telegraph
website.
website, which has a fantastic Euros predictor. Really fun. I've done it about a couple of times.
Go check it out.
Turkey or Italy wins every time.
So I mean, yeah, just for the reference of the viewers, the most predicted to win by the readers of the Telegraph, first is France with 27%, second is England with 17%, and third is Belgium with 12%. So it's going to be interesting. I think everyone sort of, again,
What's the final vote? Or the final?
the final is we have England to beat France because I think
Yeah.
three of us were England. But
I
I
think
think it's
before we finish, now that we got the entire tournament predicted, I think best player, best young player, and top scorer. I think if it goes this far, I'm going for personally Harry Kane top scorer, Antoine Griezmann best player, and best young player is tough. But if
I think
Holland,
it's easy.
I think if Holland get to the semi-finals, Ryan Gravenberch
You sure? Over Phil Foden?
or Phil Foden.
I mean, if England's going this
Yeah,
far,
I think if England get to the finals, then Phil Foden. Yeah.
oof.
Yeah.
Boy, does
Because I'm
wonders.
saying Griezmann best player simply because I think in these international tournaments, the losing teams, the best player usually ends up getting the overall best player. See Modric, Diego Forlan. I mean, Diego Forlan didn't make it to the semi-finals, but
Messi.
Messi. I think in 2010, Forlan won it. Yeah. But do you guys agree with that? Griezmann
I'm going to
best
say
player, Kane
best
top
player
scorer.
Griezmann, but top scorer for me in this tournament, yeah, Kane in the way our fixtures panned out. But
No, we're predicting the way our fixtures plan out.
yeah, but otherwise, I also think Romelu Lukaku in this tournament, if he goes down further in the tournament,
I mean,
then he
I
has
mean,
the
if you're gonna use this, then
if you're going to use
he's
this,
just,
then
he's,
Harry
just,
Kane.
he's just gonna play what?
Yeah.
4 games.
Exactly. I'm
And you
saying
wanna
that-
compare? I mean, I'm sorry, Sani, but I disagree with you.
No, I'm going to say Harry Kane for sure, according to this.
To be honest, looking at this, as much as I want Harry Kane, I personally feel that it will be Kylian Mbappe because
yeah, I think Mbappe.
solely because I mean, if you
Same.
see
Very
from
easy
if you
fixture.
see his group, they have Hungary fair, they have Portugal, Germany. I think he'll bag a goal also at least in each game there. You go down to the round of 16, they play Ukraine. I think he's going to smash some goals there. Croatia again, tough game. Kylian Mbappe, I mean, he's capable of doing whatever. France, Germany again, a tough team to beat. But the German defense isn't that pacey. So, and like on the other side, you have England playing Wales, Holland, Portugal in the round of 16, and their group, as we know, is England, Croatia, Scotland, Czech Republic.
I agree with you, Deep. I think Mbappe is winning the top scorer, and I agree with Raihan here. Griezmann, whenever France do something well, Griezmann is the best player. I mean, like I said, he won the best player at the Euros when they came second. He won the second best player at the World Cup when they won the World Cup. And obviously, it's a pattern.
And the best young player, I think, Phil Foden.
I think Phil Foden.
Phil Foden. Yeah.
I think what we will do is we're obviously going to release the brackets from this video on our social media. Once this video is out, we'll also be asking Shubham and Sanidhya, Ari, Deep, and Yuvan, who's not with us today, to give us their tournament winners, best player,
Dark horses.
top scorer, and dark horses, and we put out a graphic.
Yeah.
We'll also be sort of just, we'll be having predictions throughout, game predictions. We're going to be having Instagram lives, daily shows on each game. I think the first daily show we'll be having is on 11th afternoon, where we'll be talking about Italy versus Turkey and the tournament kickoff. Every couple of days we'll be on your social media feeds. Do send us in suggestions, your thoughts, questions, stuff you'd like us to cover, etc.
And yeah, I think it's long. It's been a rather lengthy episode, so I think it's time to conclude. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for tuning in. As usual, as Raihan said, do send in your recommendations, your suggestions, your criticism. As always is appreciated. and obviously we made
Especially
very,
this
very.
guy. If you criticize this guy,
I think most is gonna go towards
We-
Sanat Mittal.
we
I
made
see a lot of people coming.
we made very bold predictions. So like, do let us know your thoughts as well on these. Do have a go at us. Do have a go at individual people who you think has made absolutely stupid or rather, on the contrary, rather wise decisions. But I think that's it from us for this episode. Thank you all for tuning in, and we hope you're all staying safe and keeping well. Thank you.